So sorry about that. So yeah, recruiting tools want to be free. I've got a list of 26 free tools, from ETSs to kind of some social media stuff that will lower your costs and make you better recruiters overall. A few show notes. Next week, I'll be talking to Melanie Anderson. She's the founder of Goldie.com, which is a video-only job board, and she'll talk to us about how she thinks video can eliminate that first interview through kind of video resumes, things like that. So it's an interesting product. It's based out of New York City, and we'll talk to her on next week's show. That's February 14th, again at RecTechLIVE.com. All right, the following week, I'll be in Las Vegas, actually, so there'll be no show the week of the 18th. I'll be over at Recruiting Trends and Talent Tech, put on by LRP Publications, same folks that bring you HR Tech. So I'll be heading out there for half a week or so and spending some time in the desert. So if you are there, if you're coming, feel free to say hello. Shout out to those of you here live. I see you already in the chat there. Heather, Gaja, Wood. Check your Costas, check your other, make sure you have, if you have Echo, make sure you have only one browser tab open with the event, or just go back in and close it after that. All right. As I go along in this particular presentation today, feel free to chime in on the chat. If you've used any of these tools, or if you have other suggestions as well, I'd like to hear more. This is not, I'm sure there are some other free tools I've missed out of this, but if you have something that's totally free overall, we can, feel free to put it up there in the chat for the others to see as well. And these tools I've picked, they're all essentially fully functioning, so you don't have to pay for them. Many of them do have upgraded features, which you can pay for, but most of them are just completely free, and most of them you get the full functionality of that product per se. So it's a pretty good list, I think, overall. And I will email this deck back out to you at the end once the show's over, so you have that for your wish taking, and you can be able to use it as you wish. All right, so let's get into this. Let me focus on the screen here. Okay. All right, so I'm also going to talk to you a couple ways about what RecTech Media can do for you guys if you're an employer or staffing firm around some employer branding and technology stuff. So today we're going to talk about 3 types of tools, essentially: sourcing, ATS, and miscellaneous. So kind of a potpourri of cool tools. We're going to start out with the ATSs. Now, I've got 5 free ATSs, kind of fully functioning, that you can use to recruit talent. So you don't need to use an email address or a spreadsheet. There are some options here when it comes to applicant tracking systems overall. And my number one choice is Smart Start from the folks over at Smart Recruiters. Now, this is a fully functioning system with up to 10 jobs. So if you're a small company, perfect solution for you if you're only posting a couple of jobs a month. I think Smart Start is an excellent tool to do that. They launched it a couple of years ago. It's kind of an entry-level product for them. Hopefully, as you grow as a company, you can then transition into the Smart Recruiters platform itself. But it's got an app with it. It's got a great ATS. I've actually used it before, about 4 years ago, at a previous recruiting job. So it's a nice little tool for you out there as well. All right. Number 2 ATS, Mighty Recruiter, mightyrecruiter.com. Free end-to-end applicant tracking software. There are some limitations with it, but it's a pretty fully functioning product for free. They tout that. You can post jobs for free. I think it's unlimited jobs, if I'm not mistaken. But Mighty Recruiter is another good free ATS overall that you can check out. And if you are checking these out for the first time, I suggest signing up for all of them, playing with them a little bit. They all let you access them for free, and see which one you like better overall, right? They all kind of do the same thing. They're all ATSs. It's just a matter of kind of personal preference after you go and look at these. If anybody here in the chat has used them, feel free to chime in. Let us know. Number 3, a new one I found recently. It's called JOBKITTEN. Meow. Free applicant tracking system made for small businesses, it says. Don't know a whole lot about them, but JOBKITTEN.com is the URL. I did put a note out on Facebook last week looking for free tools, and somebody chimed up with this one here. So JOBKITTEN is number 3 on my free ATS list. There are plenty of free ATSs out there that give you a free trial, but these essentially give you the fully functioning version. It's free for life, essentially, overall. All right, moving on to number 4, which would be IKRUT, IKRUT.com. Tracked, manage, hire, onboard. It's all there. It's free as well. There are some limitations, I think, with it overall in terms of the feature set. And if you go to the paid product, there are more features overall, but it'll do the basics for you in terms of collecting talent online, letting you post jobs, things like that overall. So IKRUT is number 4 on my list. And number 5 is OpenCats. Now this one's a little bit more techie based. So it's something you have to install on your server. So you have to give it to your tech guys to actually implement this thing. But there is free code you can go download. It's PHP based, so same kind of platform that WordPress is built on. Essentially, opencats.org is they say the leading free and open applicant tracking system overall. So I think it's been around for a while. It's been free for a while too, so it's got plenty of downloads out there, and something that has been around a while. So something you can trust, I think, as well. Overall. And I believe, most of these ATSs have been around for a number of years, with maybe the exception of JOBKITTEN, which I think is more newer to the scene. But yeah, those are your top 5 free applicant tracking systems overall. I couldn't find anything else as far as, free functionality for an ATS. A lot of free trials out there, but some give you like one job, which is not really that useful, like a job score perhaps. But these will kind of give you unlimited jobs or up to 10 jobs in the case of smart recruiters. All right. Just a quick thing on RecTech Media. So I'm going to throw a couple of these in between slides as we go forth. If you're an employer, you're looking for employer branding help, we can help you do that. So we'll help you come up with an employer value proposition or EVP through some research, through some surveys with your employees, and then help you kind of implement that messaging across your career site pages, your social media accounts, and even your job description templates. So we do that for employers. We've done them for a number of employers from the state of Connecticut to some tech companies and as well. So consider hiring us to do your employer brand consulting. These projects essentially take 30 to 60 days to work themselves out. We'll do a lot of research, a lot of writing for you, and kind of just, sharpening up your brand presence overall. If you are struggling to attract talent, you need to basically look at your employer brand as a way to differentiate yourself in the marketplace and create some kind of, messaging and content overall that your potential candidates want to see, want to read about, right? You have to be proactive today about your recruiting efforts in the market. You can't wait because all the other employers are hiring. Everyone's fighting over the same people out there. So it's in your best interest to build your own brand and get it out there. So if you have thought about getting more into your employer brand for 2019, give us a call at RecTechMedia.com, and we'll just have a free consultation with you, walk you through how we would go about it, kind of deconstruct your existing stuff a little bit and take it from there. So consider hiring us for your employer brand needs overall. All right, moving on to number 6, and we're going into the sourcing arena here. And this is Uncommon, uncommon.co. They have a free sourcing platform, and They have a freemium plan that allows recruiters to source 100 candidates a week for free and enjoy the full functionality of that platform, sourcing, email automation, bulk outreach, ATS integrations as well. So 100 candidates a week, that's 400 candidates per month you can get for free from this sourcing tool. It's a fairly new tool. I did a webinar with them last year at some point, or the fall, I think it was. And so they have a great kind of free offering out there to get you in the door. So pretty valuable, 100 candidates a week for free. I mean, that's hard to beat these days from sourcing tools overall. So that's uncommon.co. Number 7 is Profit. Profit rocks. Profit.rocks. That's where you find it. Reveals more information about people. You do. There's a Chrome extension. You can search by job title, location, and it will reveal data about that person, some of their LinkedIn accounts. I think there's a limit in terms of the number of contacts you can get, maybe 15 or so. Correct me if I'm wrong. But Profit is a pretty cool tool I've been playing with recently. The new version is, again, free. It's put out there by Hiring Solved, and they want to make this information free for this tool free for everyone out there. So get on the sign up list, Profit.rocks, and add that to your mix. So, if you take all these kind of free sourcing tools that I'm giving you today, you can really uncover a lot of candidates over the course of a month, hundreds overall. So these great tools are great. They're free. They're not perfect, per se, but they definitely do the job, and they're fairly easy to use as well. Number 8, HIRETUAL. I'm wearing their shirt today. Thank you, Nintran. AI sourcing tool. You can get the 10 free contacts per week with HIRETUAL. It's a website plus Chrome extension. It's Boolean made easy. They've got a dynamic Boolean builder inside of there that gives you a head start in your research, helps you write X-ray strings into 30 different sourcing channels like Facebook, LinkedIn, GitHub, those places. You can get personal phones and emails. You can get anyone's contact information quickly, and they do that work for you. So check out at HIRETUAL.com, HIRETUAL. It is subscription based, but they do have a free version. So again, you get 10 free contacts a week. That's 40 contacts for free per month, Lauren, that you can get on there. So add that to Uncommon, add that to Profit, and you can see the free contacts start adding up with some of these guys. RecRuitem, one of my old but favorites. Simple Boolean builder. It's web-based. And you put in your searches here, like what country you want, what job title, location or keywords to include, keywords to exclude, education, employer. And it'll basically create a search string, and it'll link you right to that Google results or the LinkedIn results or the the Twitter results, for example. Stack Overflow works with Zing, GitHub, Dribbble. They got to take off Google Plus since that just got shut down. But RecRuitem is one of my favorite tools ever because it's just it's web-based. It was always free. There's no paid product there. It's just a simple Boolean builder on the fly that a lot of people don't know about, but it's been around for a while. And it's always been one of my go-tos as far as creating Boolean strings quickly and easily without having to log into anything, essentially. So it's just a web page. RecruitIn.net is the URL. Really good tool. Definitely recommend it, along with, of course, all the other players so far. All right, next we've got Hunter, email finder. So Hunter lets you find anyone's email address in seconds. You basically enter a company website, and it'll pull up a directory of all the employees in their system and get you into there. It comes with 100 free searches a month. So I'm not sure if that means 100 contacts or not, but 100 free searches a month is pretty good. And I think it's Hunter work emails only. I'm not sure, Jacob, overall. I don't really think I play with Hunter, but it's definitely one of the free ones I wanted to mention out there overall. So hunter.io is that URL. It says if you're looking for a specific email, we're going to search for a person's name and company domain, and Hunter will generate their email. Hunter comes up with 100 free searches a month, it says. So anyone in the chat room use it, feel free to let us know. corporate domain emails only. Okay. That's really what you want anyway, I think, overall, in some cases. Thanks, Animal. All right. Crystal Knows. So this is a little bit of a different sourcing tool. It lets you discover the personality of someone who you've already found. CrystalKnows.com. Animal thinks it sucks. Okay. Why does it suck, Animal? You put in like a personality profile for a certain social media account you find, and it gives you some things in terms of what they'd like, and you can get a sense of who that person is, kind of their breadcrumbs of social media across the web there. It's like astrology, he says. Maybe, but it's useful if you're trying to make a contact with somebody and you want to know what they're into or what they've done in the past. From a personal standpoint, it might be useful to see what they've liked online, what they've posted, things like that. And so I think Crystal Knows makes the list because of that. It's kind of a unique tool out there for recruiters once you find the person overall. At crystalknows.com. Another email tool, Contact Out. It's one of the best, according to them, used by 30% of Fortune 500 companies. Adds a powerful overlay on top of LinkedIn profiles. You'll see phone numbers, email addresses, and links to social media profiles. It's got over 600 million emails in the database, all verified and 97% accurate, according to Contact Out. It is a Chrome extension, and you'll find it on there. I guess there's a paid version as well, if anybody knows. Jacob, how do you use it? Throw that in the chat there. Best one he's used. Cool. Definitely want to try that out as well myself. All right. Next up, job stories. So another RecTech media product. If you like webinars, we do those for jobs for your company, showcasing your employees through video. Employers can attract and some attention in a crowded job market, improve the hiring funnel overall. So these webinars offer kind of a new venue for potential candidates to interact with your employees. The one you're looking at on the screen here, we had a software company called Operavi, and that's their HR manager, Tanya. That's Ray, their engineering guy, and this is their CTO, Rod. And we just chatted for a half hour about the company itself, what their culture is like a bit. We talked about some of the openings they have, and try to get a sense of who they are. And so they're now using that video, which is on social media, places like YouTube and Facebook. All their candidates are seeing it when they come to interview. They've seen this video online of the Operavi team, and it's a great piece of content that they're using out there to differentiate themselves overall. So jobstories.com, happy to show you a demo. Just fill in the contact form. And so it's specifically for employers, designed to kind of highlight your best employees, talk about your company overall, or talk about a certain department who's hiring, maybe a certain location you need to staff up for. We did one with a call center company at 7 locations. We drove over 40 applicants into this webinar itself, and we gave them that list at the end for the use as well to add to their hiring pipeline. So go check out Job Stories if you are a company. If you're looking to get more video into your recruiting, this is an easy way to do that. We take care of all the work. You just show up, answer the questions, and we get the video out published for you overall. All right, so that's jobstories.com. Thank you, Animal. All right, let's talk more about sourcing. Facebook job board. It's got to be on here, right? If you're not using the Facebook job board today for entry-level healthcare, blue-collar, retail stuff, customer service, why not? It's free. You get free candidates, and you can kind of build up your list over time. Bad part about it is you have to manually kind of monitor it and collect the candidates. You can get them email alerts that they've supplied. Messenger, you'll need to staff your Messenger page to contact with them. You can use a tool like a Zapid, for example, to export those candidates overall into your ATS. But got to be on the Facebook job board if you recruit kind of on the lower level scale. It's definitely a must-have in my opinion. Facebook.com/jobs where you go to see it. Again, it's also in the marketplace across Facebook in your local markets. Yep. Yeah, Doug, we've got, I mentioned ZapInfo. It's a great use of pulling candidates off the Facebook board once they do apply. Awesome use case for ZapInfo. And I think ZapInfo is free too as well, right? Feel free to put in the chat there what you get with that, Zap guys. Let us know. Search is back. Searchesback.com, a great Facebook sourcing tool. You simply search for all people, put in a desired location, job title like a truck driver. I did a search when I got the screenshot here on Search is Back. It pulled up dozens of truck drivers in the Hartford area, right? I can then go and message them if I'm a truck driver recruiter and trying to get them to see if they're interested or not. Searchesback.com, one of my longtime favorites. It's been broken times over the years, but it worked today, so I'm putting it on the list. And according to ZapInfo, they have a 25-person free version. Okay, so I guess you can download 25 people at a time, or there's a link there in the chat, zapinfo.io. Check it out. But Search is Back is a pretty cool tool. It is a web page. Just go there, searchesback.com, and search the world's biggest social network for free. Not bad. Number 15 on my list, True People. It's a people search engine. It does, it searches billions of public records. You can get address history, phone numbers, relatives, associates. It's kind of a stalker tool, if you will, all for free. Just input a name, phone number, address. You know, I sometimes do a reverse phone search to see who's calling me. That's always fun. Used by millions of people, truepeoplesearch.com. Go check it out. Definitely a pretty cool tool. It's amazing what you can find online about somebody that is out there. Someone in the chat says people find Thor.dk, also a very powerful free Facebook search engine. Okay, I will check it out later. Thanks, Zep. People find Thor.dk. I think that's Denmark, but we'll have to go play with that later on. Appreciate the tool. All right, let's move on to number 16. This is a new one I just found out. I just use it actually as well. It's called Dig. It's a Chrome extension for scraping social media. And I actually used it in conjunction with ZapInfo. I'll tell you how in a second. So it's called Dig, D-I-G. It's created by a company called Diggy.app, and it's on the Chrome App Store. And it's a little plugin. Basically, you go to like a Facebook group or a Facebook page, and you pull down the menu, you enter in your email address, you hit Dig It, and it's going to email you every person who's liked that page or is in that group. It's going to give you their name, it's going to give you their Facebook URL, and a few other little pieces of data overall. So that's a good way to quickly build a list of like-minded people, right? So just imagine going to a truck driver group or a nurse group and doing this, pulling that list down. You can then take that list and you can then enrich it with a tool like ZapInfo, for example, which then gives you it looks for email addresses and it pulls down LinkedIn profiles. So I did this on a couple of groups I was looking at, and it pulled down the entire list of 800 people that were liking that page, for example. It gave me all their names, gave me all their Facebook profile URLs, and from then I went out and I kind of enriched that data with some other tools to do that. But I've never seen a tool that kind of brought together groups. They say it also works on LinkedIn groups. I'm a little hesitant to use it on there just because of LinkedIn's policies, and also something called Product Hunt, which is kind of a techie website where you can go and learn about new products coming out there. But it works. I think it's great for Facebook pages and then Facebook groups, which are huge entities on their own. And so, there are some groups with tens of thousands of people in them for certain niches and categories. So check out Dig It. It's a pretty good tool. I'll give credit to, I think Jonathan Kidder mentioned this in one of his recent blog posts. That's how I saw it overall. But Dig is the number 16 tool on the list. Again, the Chrome extension for sourcing. Okay, this is ReJobify. This is one. It's number 17 on my list. It is a RecTech Media product. We have free rejection email templates. So the thing with ReJobify is that no one likes sending out rejection emails. Candidates don't like getting them, right? So what we've done is created a way for employers, recruiters, anybody who sends out rejection emails to improve that process overall. And the way it works is basically we give you some free rejection email templates. You just cut and paste into your existing applicant tracking systems, whatever you use. Most all of them have templates built in. And then we send them offers. We give you in that rejection email template our links to say, hey, by the way, we partnered with ReJobify to help you become a better job seeker, help you find other work since we can't hire you. It's goodwill. It really will help you kind of turn the tables on them a bit. Instead of just deleting that email, they're gonna get some value out of it, which is the main thing here, right? You're giving back to that job seeker. You're thanking them for applying by adding value to that transaction overall. They get access to a free job hunting course. It's a free job hunting course by email, written by coaches like Career Sherpa, Hannah Morgan, Lisa Rangel from Chameleon Resumes, Mark Anthony Dyson from Voice of Job Seekers. And that candidate gets a free, very well-written, long email each day for 7 days with a whole slew of job hunting tips overall that they get. It's all free. They have to opt in to get it. And in addition to that, there's some other tools and things to help them find other work. So things like we have a partnership with JobGate where they can get email job alerts. They can get some free downloads from Chameleon Resumes, things like LinkedIn cheat sheets, interview prep cheat sheets, all for free. It's all designed to make them a better job seeker, to help them continue their job search wherever that may take them. So you can get these templates for free by going to ReJobify.com. And if you want a kind of a custom page with your own logo on there, it's $95 a month overall. But we're in the midst of rolling this out with a couple of employers now. And it's definitely getting some good feedback from these guys as far as, hey, this is kind of a unique way to differentiate ourselves as a company and to give back to the people that apply. So go check out ReJobify.com. Oh, thanks, Lauren. TYPORAMA, number 18 on my list. And we're getting to some of the social media type tools here. This is text on a photo app. It's a free app. It's iOS only. Sorry, Android. And it lets you create amazing visuals by automatically transforming your text and photos into beautiful, really posters that you can then post on social media. They have some ones in here that there are some, I think, some hiring one themes in here. But I've been playing with it for a couple clients that I do social media for, and having a lot of fun with it. It's got some nice little, it's got about 20 different typefaces to choose from. And you can see here what some of these might look like. So it's a great little poster building tool for your Instagram, for your Facebook pages overall. I use them to create, to do quotes or to do sort of like visual job postings, if you will. And a pretty cool tool that I just downloaded. It's called TYPORAMA, again, for iOS only. And you can find it on the iOS App Store. Legend. I forgot to update the screenshot in here. Legend is a text animation app. It turns any piece of text into a little moving video. Let me actually see if I can show this to you. Head out to Instagram. So I run the Instagram for the state of Connecticut's HR department. And here's an example of what that might look like. Right. So if I play this, I do some resume tips for them as well. That's what that looks like. Pretty cool little tool. Here's one that does, let's see what this one is. This is a quote from an author. And here's one I did today, just promoting their employer brand. So one of my favorite tools ever. It's totally free for iOS. Can't say enough good things about it. It's 100 characters of text is what you get with it. And it's called Legend. It's legend.im if you want to go check it out on the web. There's a link to their to it in the App Store as well. Can you share your Instagram page so we can go look at? Oh yeah, let me do that for 1 second here. I think that's it overall. All right, let's move on to Google Jobs. If you want to get on Google Jobs for free, well, your ATS might be able to do it, but if you can't, there are some external things to do that with. I know Jobiac is one of those. This is another one called GJ Traffic. A little hard to say. GJTraffic.com. You can post your jobs on here manually. They can scrape them for you for a small fee, I think. But go check out GJ Traffic if you want to get on Google Jobs and have your listings indexed. Now, word of warning, you're not going to get a flood of candidates with tools like these. Google for Jobs is definitely skewed towards the big job boards. They get the majority of the traffic to this point anyway. But you will get a trickle of people coming into your ad, and it will get you on there anyway. So if you're not on Google for Jobs yet, this is a free workaround to that. You basically need to have your ATS set up to do it properly. If they don't, which a lot of them, the older ones don't, you're gonna need third-party tools to get on there overall. So check that out. That's number 20 on my list. And the last thing about RecTech Media, we'll get to the remaining 5 or 6 tools. HR Tech implementation. So I've done a number of applicant tracking system installations, recruiting software, chatbots. So if you're out there, if you're looking to change something, if you need advice, I can be your guide here. Whether it's helping vendor selection, getting on the calls, these guys, setting them up for you, and kind of organizing all that. That's a way to kind of see what's out there, and then helping you implement that project with the actual vendor. I can be your kind of point person on that overall. So if you are thinking about getting a new applicant tracking system in place, some other kind of recruiting software, maybe a CRM or a scheduling app, whatever it is, I can help you with that from RecTech Media. So consider just hire me for a couple of months as a project basis. Again, lots of experience doing this stuff. HR was not trained to install technology, so it's important to have at least someone who's technical on the team who can ask the right questions. I just see a lot of the wrong questions being asked of vendors from employers and things. So it's really important to kind of take your time with these things, be thorough, vet the vendors as much as possible, and then make your decisions overall. So if you do need help with that, give me a call for a free consultation, and we'll go from there. Generally speaking, these projects are on retainer, anywhere from $500 to a few $1,000s a month. Overall would be the types of fees we're talking about here. But HR Tech implementations, been there, done that, and certainly can help you with your needs as we go through 2018 here. All right, more tools. Number 21 is job fairing, jobfairing.com. This is one of RecTech Media's sites that we own. We started about 4 years ago now, so it's about 4 years old. Search engine for job fairs, both for employers, for event organizers, job fair companies, virtual job fairs as well, veteran hiring events. So if you are hosting one of these, whether you're an employer or a third-party event organizer, you can go here, you can search for them across the country, you can post them for free and get them out there in the ecosystem. It's just an additional way to promote that event. You have to do, these days you really have to do a good job promoting that event overall. And job fairing, FAIRING.com will help you do that overall. And they do, it's free, totally free to use. Your jobs stay live for about 30 days up there, your events. And there are upgraded packages if you want to actually advertise them on Facebook as well. So we're pretty good at advertising these things across Facebook and helping to drive foot traffic into your events. And so check out job fairing if you are having your own, employer open house. Those are pretty popular these days for lots of different industries overall. Let's see what's next, shall we? PH Job Grader. So this is a kind of like a job posting scoring tool put out by the folks at PH Creatives, kind of ad agency. JobPageGrader.com. Find out how well your job page performs with this free online tool. It'll kind of talk about your SEO, your job titles, the wording in there, things like that, and give you kind of a score around that overall. So go check out how your jobs get graded. It'll probably give you some better ways to craft those overall and to make them more attractive online. So pretty cool free tool. It's absolutely free. No catches. Check out Job Page Grader. Okay, number 23, Buffer Deliver. It's sort of two tools, but they both do the same thing. So they do social media management, and they both offer 3 free social media accounts. So that's why I put them on the list. Most companies just have Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn anyway. And this is a great tool to automate your social media posting. You can send out one piece of content to all channels at once. That's what it does. And you can pay to upgrade it for different features. For instance, like on Deliver It, which is one of my main tools I use for some of my clients. You can pay to get upgraded if you want to add more channels to the account. If you want to add like kind of automatic hashtags to things, it'll do that for you on the paid version. But the free version is free. I've been using it for years, and a really good tool to help automate your social media management. Don't automate everything on your social media, but use it to augment the time you do spend on social media in person. Overall, you can post your jobs out there, your blog content overall to do it. And these are my 2 favorite tools for doing that across social itself. So buffer.com, and then Deliver It's DLVR.IT.com for Deliver It itself. Okay, number 24, Airtable. This is kind of a unique tool. I'll give credit to Claire Bush over on the Recruiters Online Facebook group. She mentioned she uses this. So it is a spreadsheet meet database. It's a database hybrid that has the features of a database but applies to a spreadsheet. So Claire says she uses it for CRM, for budgets, for content plans, social media, social management, events, testimonials, many applications, she says, and she really swears by it. So airtable.com. I've heard about it in the past. I think it could be a good little tool for recruiters to use, depending on what your need is. But I thought it was a cool thing to add to the list since it is free. Has some limitations, but it's a pretty good free version from what I understand. Airtable.com to help manage your data. Not bad. 25, Google Forms. If you go to docs.google.com/forms, they've got one pre-built templates up there for job applications. You can actually use Google Forms to collect resumes, which I don't think most people know about. Pretty cool use of that free service overall. It also has surveys. So if you do employee surveys, employee feedback, another great way to use it overall. I do all my employer brand research with these things with Google Forms to survey employee bases. Really cool platform, of course. Hopefully you use it out there. Javed said Airtable is like Slack on steroids. Okay, interesting analogy, Javed, overall. And let's see, we have one more? We do. Canva, number 26, and my final tool on the list. make better images. So I know most of you are not graphic designers, and nor should you be, but Canva makes this easy. They have a great free product. It lets you create images on the fly using a web browser. You can add graphics to it, pick from their graphics, create really nice drag and drop images on the fly, and use it for your social media. Use it to make, compelling job visuals, right? Overall, it's free. It's out there. It's web-based, no software needed. And so it definitely makes my list, because I think any, whether it's a staffing agency or an employer, if you're not creating interesting visual content on social media, on your channels and your recruiting channels, then you're not doing a good job. You need to stop posting links, stop posting text, make them visuals, whether it's a video or an image. You got to make things more interesting these days. The images stand out, and Canva will help you do that overall. So that is it. We are at 1:43, so I thought it would be a shorter show today. Again, reach out to me at RecTech Media. Find me on LinkedIn, chris@rectechmedia.com. There's my phone number. Feel free to give me a call. Just want to have a quick chat. Got a quick question about recruiting technology, recruiting marketing, employer branding. Feel free to say hello and give me a ring. So thank you, everyone. Hope you found that useful. You're welcome, Lauren. You're welcome, Vanessa, Dale. Any quick questions before we leave? Yeah, check out REJOBIFY, David. It's something I'm pretty passionate about, being a former recruiter. I mean, why wouldn't you give back to the people who you reject? It's just it's a win-win scenario. You give them something, and you feel good about it as well. Hey, they may even stop going to Glassdoor and ranting about how they just got rejected. So definitely check that out. All right, guys. Dean, hey, thanks for showing up, Dean. Good to see you. Wood, Angus, Kathy, Costas, Lauren. Yes, it'll be available right after the show is over. You can go watch the replay. And again, I'll email out the whole slide deck to you as well in the next couple of minutes. So keep an eye out for that, everyone. And I will see you next week, February 14th, 1 p.m. as we talk to Goldie.com, the video job board. See you next time, guys. Chris out.